Why did I let my friends seduce my boyfriend? My two best friends, Mia and Jade, had this belief that every boyfriend needed to be tested. They'd done it with every guy in our friend group. Hidden cameras, fake emergencies, planted temptations, always claiming it was saving us from heartbreak. When Mia discovered my boyfriend Ryan had been jewelry shopping, they told me they wanted to run the test on him. 3 years means nothing if he can't pass a simple loyalty test, Jade insisted. Better to know now than after you're engaged. We're trying to protect you. I protested that Ryan was different, that I trusted him completely, but they wore me down with stories of friends who'd been blindsided, marriages that crumbled, women who wished they'd known sooner. If he passes, you'll never doubt him again, Mia promised. 1 hour of discomfort for a lifetime of certainty. Against every instinct screaming no, I agreed. The plan was simple. I'd text Ryan about a fake emergency at Mia's apartment, then hide in the bedroom with my laptop while Mia answered the door. Jade had set up her phone as a hidden camera in the living room, barely visible unless you knew where to look. My hands shook with hesitation and fear as I texted Ryan. I'm at Mia's having a panic attack. Please come quickly. Ryan replied instantly. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Those 10 minutes felt like hours as I sat on Mia's bed with my laptop open, watching the empty living room through Jade's camera feed. When the doorbell rang, my heart hammered so hard I thought I might actually have a panic attack. Mia answered the door wearing a silk robe. Ryan, your girlfriend just stepped out to get air. Come in, let's wait for her. On screen, I watched Ryan's confused face and his concerned glances around the apartment. Mia guided him to the couch, sitting unnecessarily close. She's been so stressed lately, Mia purred, placing her hand on his arm. Ryan shifted away, clearly uncomfortable. Maybe I should call her, he said, reaching for his phone. Mia's hand moved to his chest. She'll be back soon. Relax. Her fingers traced patterns on his shirt. You know, I've always thought you were incredibly attractive. Ryan froze. Mia, what are you doing? She leaned closer, her voice dropping to a whisper I could barely hear through the camera. She doesn't have to know. We can keep this between us. I know you want this too. Ryan's whole body tensed as she pressed against him, trying to push him back into the couch cushions. My stomach churned watching his obvious discomfort, the way his hands stayed firmly at his sides, his body angled away from her. Suddenly, Ryan pushed Mia away and stood up, his face flushed with anger. What the hell is wrong with you? His eyes swept the room, and for a moment, seemed to lock directly on the camera. Something flickered across his face. Realization maybe, before he headed for the door. Mia grabbed his arm. Wait, Ryan, I can explain, but he yanked free and was gone, the door slamming behind him. I heard his car tear out of the parking lot. The next morning, after a sleepless night, I drove to his house, desperate to explain. He opened the door but blocked my entry with a cold expression. I need to tell you something, I started. About last night. The test? He interrupted. I know. I saw the camera. I saw it watching me while your friend threw herself at me. I noticed his eyes were squinting and realized that he was both angry and disappointed. Ryan, I'm so sorry. They convinced me. You watched? His voice broke slightly. You sat there and watched while I was being manipulated? While I was trying to help you with what I thought was a real emergency? They said if you loved me, you'd pass. If you loved me, there wouldn't be a test, he said quietly. 3 years? And you needed your friends to harass me to prove I'm faithful? I felt violated, you know, disrespected, like some lab rat in your twisted experiment. Please, Ryan, let me explain. I was going to propose next week, he said, his voice hollow. Had the whole thing planned. But if you don't trust me after 3 years, if you need hidden cameras and honey traps instead of just talking to me, then we shouldn't be together at all. He shut the door in my face. When I told Mia and Jade what happened, they just laughed. He's being dramatic, Jade said, waving her hand dismissively. If he really loved you, he'd understand we were protecting you. Mia chimed in. Honestly, his reaction is a red flag. A confident man wouldn't be so sensitive. They spent 20 minutes dissecting his response, blaming him for overreacting, blaming me for telling him the truth too soon, blaming everyone but themselves. You're better off without someone so fragile, Jade concluded. That's when I finally saw them clearly. Two women so damaged by their own relationship failures that they'd twisted manipulation into protection. You're right, I said, standing up. I am better off, but not without him, without you. I walked out and blocked both of them that day.